What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Big Bad Cam, and it's been a long time since I've posted a video here. So, let's film one. As you may have seen in the last little random upload that I posted last week, me and the kids have recently gotten into the RC world. This is my Traxxas Stampede with a 72 Chevy Proline body. And I like it. I like the Stampede. It's a good little truck. It's a fun little monster truck. It's a good little entry level truck. The problem with it, as with most monster trucks, is the handling. Doesn't turn very well, and it is a wheelie machine. I mean, you just flat out can't hit the gas in this truck without standing up one end. This is the XL5 brushed model. Got the wheelie bar on here. You can see the wheelie bar is taking some abuse. It stands on it constantly. So what we're going to do is we're going to try something that I found in an old Traxxas forum, where a guy took a shock tower and chopped it up. I'll put a picture right here of what the shock tower looks like new. And he chopped it up. And we're still going to have to do a little bit more modification to it. But essentially, this bolts to the back of the chassis. The rear bulkhead bolts right here. And I'll extend the chassis by about 1.5 inches, which will hopefully help with it constantly standing up. It should help it turn a little bit better at speed, distribute the weight a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see. If it works, friggin' sweet. If it doesn't work, I'm out like, I think it was like 15 bucks in parts with screws and lock nuts and washers, that kind of stuff. If it does work, and it works really well, eventually I'm probably just going to convert it to a Rustler chassis. But for now, I want to try this so I don't lose my ground clearance. So we're going to start taking it all apart. Best place to start, get that out of the way. Remove that so it doesn't keep making noise and bugging me. Start by taking the wheels off. I'm not gonna lie, I may time lapse some of this, I may not. We shall see. Alright, wheels are off. As you can see, standard Traxxas suspension. It's all pretty much, this truck is all stock. I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't broken enough yet like the boys have to start upgrading parts. The only thing I've got on here, I think, is a Kimbrough servo saver. Yeah, I have broken a couple servo savers, I'll say that. Well, this truck has had a couple of servo savers broken. I'll put it that way. I didn't actually break them, but we won't discuss that. So, disconnect the motor, pull the wires through, so move that over there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the skid plate. This should slide right out of there. See? Told you. Okay, now 2 more screws. Let go of you. more screws and the whole ass rear bulkhead comes off. Good Lord. And that's what the rear bulkhead of a Stampede looks like. Okay. So we're going to take this and see that we're going to have to drill some holes. Oh, it's got to go on top. Okay. So, we're going to have to make some modifications. Oh, I want to take this off, but I really don't want to have to pull everything apart, but I'm going to have to. Darn it. Let's grab the old trusty toolkit here. Sorry. I don't even know if you can hear me for that matter. Yeah, look at that. Now what we have to do is, there's the end of our bulkhead. Focus, focus, focus. There. We just got a layer on there, just like that. Get it as centered as freaking possible. And we have to mark and drill some holes. So, I'm going to find something to mark these holes with. And I'm probably going to go get a battery. Make sure that popping screws through there is not going to interfere with my battery. Because that would suck. That would absolutely suck. Alright, stand by. Alright, we're back. Now, clearance of the battery is good. And off camera, I went ahead and made my holes. Hopefully they line up right. Drilled my holes in this for it to mount to the bulkhead. And drilled my new holes in the bottom of the chassis for the skid plate. So, truth be told, we're probably kind of almost maybe ready to see if this thing will just kind of start going back together. That is not the right size for that. Look at me right in the face. How about that? Okay. So, first, let's say you want to put on. Oh, drop my nuts. Don't you hate that? You need the wrench. Okay, so there's that. I'll flip that around the other way, just so it'll give us some room. Come on, hold it. Hold my nut. That is inappropriate. I apologize. Okay, so what you want to do, supposedly, is we're going to start here. I'm going to cross our fingers that all these still line up. Okay, so we're going to put in a bolt in the bottom. You're going to want to do your bottom holes first so that you can get to them. I'm going to put a washer on it. Why? I don't know. Does it want to? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we're going to start this. You're not going to be able to see this, so you're just going to take my word for it. Put the screwdriver in the screw. We are using lock nuts. Yeah, we are using lock nuts, so hopefully once it's all together it won't come apart. I'm going to go ahead and start the other bottom one before I tighten that one all the way down, just so I know it lines up. Let's go. Okay, so that is how that goes. That's on. Don't know how well you can see that. I'm probably not even pointing at it. There we go. Okay. So, next step is going to be mounting this to the bulkhead. Probably be concerned about that, and I probably will be eventually. Those stick a lot farther through there than I thought they would. Okay. So we're gonna stick these bad boys up through there. And stick another one up through there. And hope to God that this just kind of lays down on it. And it does. Okay, that's a small, oh geez. That's a small relief that it actually lays down on there decent. Okay, we're gonna change something here. Pull this back off. Screw it back out. We're gonna go the other way. I don't like the way those were sitting there. I'm not gonna like the way that's sitting there either. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna send it. Like I said, this is entirely experimental. Aside from the screws, which, let's face it, could be used anywhere on the truck. The screws could be used in other places on the truck other than just to do this, so it's never bad necessarily to have a pack of screws around. The shock tower cost me $5. Shock tower cost me $5. So at the end of the day, again, if this doesn't work, I've got some extra screws and I'm out $5. I'm not gonna cry too hard about it. We'll just go back to the drawing board. Alright, so that's fairly tight on there. Now, for the coup de grace, because if this doesn't fit, then unfortunately the damn thing's just not going to track straight. So I'm counting on this. Well, mine's up. I was a little concerned about that, I'm not going to lie to you. So, we're going to mount our skid plate back to the rear assembly. Wow, okay. Alright, so everything went back together, including the skid plate. That's about the only thing that's going to be, I don't want to say a proper measurement, but these two holes that were already in the chassis are where we screwed in from the bottom for our skid plate. So, we're going to continue reassembly. Wires for the motor can get fed back through. Reconnected. Okay. The steering servo wire can get the stuff back down in there out of the way. My modified antenna wire. Favorite mod that I've done to this truck so far. It still works fine, don't at me. Okay, we're going to put the wheels back on. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to modify the body mounts. Nuts. And by modify, I'm pretty sure they said I can just flip the rear mount, which is going to be a bitch now that I look at it, now that I've put all this back on. Oof. Oh well. There, the wheel nut that we dropped. Another wheel on. And I guess theoretically I could just, depending on where it sits, punch a couple extra holes in the bed of the truck. Okay. So first impression, I mean, it's solid. It's freaking solid. Now, $1,000,000 question. Let's see how the body lies. Bend the front mounts a little bit. So it's on the front mounts. Oof. Okay, so the rear mounts are like right here, all the way in the freaking bed corner. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to flip them. See whether or not that works. So I'm going to flip this around. I'll be right back. Alright, so I flipped the mount around. As you can see, now it's facing forward. And it's on the front side of the shock tower. We're going to see. I only put 2 screws in it. It's just kind of, it's not loose mounted, but it's not completely hard mounted. We're going to see if this still fits. It's anywhere close. It's not even the friggin' ballpark. Oh, wait. Okay. Look at that. Body is on. It's not happy about it, but it's on. Throw one clip in the front. One clip in the back. And there we go. That is a huge, obnoxious difference. They say that rustler bodies, once you do this, a rustler body or an old T-Max body, I think it was a T-Max. T-Max bodies will fit. Personally, I'm going to stick with the truck of this Stampede body for now, because I'm not spending any more money on it until I know I'm going to like it and I know it's not going to break. Because if I start bashing it and that little guy breaks, well then, by George, it's not going to do me any more good, is it? I'm going to have to go back to standard Stampede length. Easy for me to say. So, that is it for now. I'm going to probably, God, I don't want to do it, but I think I'm going to pull the ESC and the transmitter case back off and put the other 2 screws in the body mount. So I want to have that solid. Unfortunately, it's like midnight now, I think. Midnight-ish. So we're not going to take it out, but you are going to see that in this video. I'm just going to stop recording, pack everything up, and then tomorrow morning we'll take it out and take her out and jump her. See how it does. That is obnoxious. But you know what? If it helps the damn thing not wheelie so much, then we'll get over it. Maybe let's see. What can we do? What can we do with this thing? Because I might end up just punching some new body holes in it. It's a little better. Maybe just move the whole thing back about an inch. What do you think? Yeah, move the whole thing. Move the whole body back about a half inch. At least it's. As long as we do that, it's screwed up both wheel wells, not just sticking a foot out the back wheel well. I don't know. We'll see. See if I like it. See if it works. See if it doesn't work. See if I can go screw myself. And I just wasted all this time. Don't know yet, but we shall see. We will see you in the morning. And it is the next day. We are out here. We got a fresh battery in the truck. Got a ramp out down there. You can't see it yet. We're going to test this thing out and see how it does. Probably going to switch from this camera over to the head cam. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it works. I'm just going to drive it around a little bit at first, see how it handles. We've got a fresh, fully charged battery in it. And then we'll take her off the jump. Because if the thing can't jump, then it's completely useless. And we'll have to take it back off. So we'll see what happens. Alright, got everything on. Got her fired up. Fresh battery. And we are going to switch over to the head cam. Alright. Hopefully you can see what I'm looking at. Alright, there's the truck. Is it up there? Damn, still stands up. Ooh. Doesn't immediately want to flip though. Oof. Alright, so far, I'm not impressed. I mean, let's face it, it's still got a high center of gravity. Still the factory Stampede high center chassis. I could probably loosen the slipper about an 8th turn and maybe knock that initial wheel stand down. Let's see. How would it handle if I... Oh, let's see. Put the wheelie bar down all the way. Oh, shit. Wow. Okay. We're somewhere now. We're getting somewhere now. Carried the front end for a second. And then sat down and took off. That was a good launch. Oof. Oh, here comes the boss lady. Alright, back at it. We're going to try something here. If you want to, get yours and come out here. One of the boys is home now. So now, maybe we can compare. Oh, I love that. It rides the bar. It's got the bar sitting so low. I also, for the record, I had some big preload spacers on the rear shocks. I took those out, so it's sitting real low. That's probably got a little bit to do with it. Wow. Fly straight. Shocks are really, really, really soft. And it flipped. Son of a bitch. It would flip all the way over there. Fixed. I can already see it now. The way this has worked, the boys are going to want me to do it to theirs. Oof. You got some hella body roll. See, that there would have been a flip. Alright, so I gotta be honest. I'm pretty satisfied with it. 10 out of 10 we recommend. There is a ball. There is an actual spacer, like an actual 3D printed chassis spacer that some guy sells, that I may end up buying if I don't decide to go the full slash chassis route, but we'll see. I'm going to bash on this until it breaks, and then we'll go from there. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see what we do next.